How's it going? Time to get in the festive frights. This video is my top 10 favourite Christmas horror movies, or Christmas scary movies, as I've titled it. So I picked out 10. I'm going to go from 10 to 1. 1 being my favourite, 10 being the last, the least favourite in the list, but still a favourite. This was quite a difficult list to do. I mean, I wanted to add more, but I thought I'd do a top 10 because I've probably got, I've got a fair few Christmas themed horror movies on Blu-ray and 4K, but these 10, I think, these 10 are definitely my favourites out of my collection. There's some other good ones that haven't made the list. I'll talk about that a little bit at the end. Yeah, such a good idea, like fusing the festive season of Christmas with horror, because you just get some cool pieces like Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night, of course, and Christmas Evil, which you may see in this list. Yeah, love horror movies, love Christmas time, so fusing them both together is just a win for me. And yeah, as well as watching all the family classics, family Christmas movies and stuff, still got to get my horror in too. And there's a couple I've got in my collection I haven't even seen. I have one which is, I believe, is a Christmas themed horror from the early 2000s called Dead End on DVD. I don't think it has a Blu-ray release, but I haven't even got around to watching that yet. Anyway, let's start with number 10. So coming in at number 10, The Dawn That Dripped Blood. The typical slasher fare, but it's set on Christmas, during the Christmas holidays, at a college dormitory. There's a killer on the loose. It's got a bit of a festive feel to it. It's not overly Christmassy, but it's set at Christmas, and that's, that's good enough. But yeah, really cool slasher movie. Did enjoy this one. Definitely be getting it on this year. Coming in at number 9, an absolute classic now, and I like it a lot. And it's a really good Christmas movie as well as a good creature feature. It's just perhaps, I put the other ones, I rank the others higher. That's why this is number 9. I'm sure this could probably top a lot of people's Christmas horror movie lists, but I'm going to go with number 9, and that is from Joe Dante, and that is the original from 1984, Gremlins. And I have this really cool Christmas edition, so as you can see, that's got lovely artwork. Haven't got the 4K of this. I've heard the 4K is not too great, the transfer on it for Gremlins, but yeah, fun creature feature. The Gremlins, you get them, they're really cute, like Mugwai. That one's particularly cute. And then if you feed them just after midnight, or feed them at midnight or just after, I think it is, they transform into these creatures and start causing all kinds of havoc. But really fun Gremlins, great creature effects, good Christmas like vibe and aesthetic, good stuff. Now, one that I wasn't too keen on when I first seen it, which is the case a lot of the time with movies and me, but coming in at number 8 from the same director as Trick or Treat, which is Michael Dougherty, and that is Krampus from 2015. I think this one is. Yeah, good stuff. Basically, Krampus comes, and over Christmas this family's together, is about to spend the holidays with one another. They're snowed in because there's a big storm outside, and Krampus is on the loose, and he's got a bag of tricks with him, and the toys, they turn all like into scary toys, killer toys. You've got some great scenes in here with the little gingerbread man, the army of gingerbread men that start attacking out of the kitchen. That's really fun. So some good like special effects in here, like even good CGI. Krampus looks cool. The toys in the attic look really cool, when they're all kind of gone scary and stuff. And the little gingerbread men are just kind of adorable, but also like just really good sequence to watch on film. But yeah, it's a fun one, Krampus. Yeah, it's grown me a little bit over the years. That's coming number 8. I'll have to grab that steelbook, the 4K steelbook. I mean, I didn't grab the collector's edition 4K from a few years ago from Scream Factory, but I definitely consider getting the steelbook that's just been released, because that does look really nice. Okay, so we've just done, we're on coming in at number 7 is a fun thriller, and that's Better Watch Out. It starts off really good, like with Christmas, you know, very Christmassy like sort of tone to it, you know, with the babysitter travelling in the car in the snowy suburb with the Christmas carolers out and everything, and she's going to babysit this teenager, and wow, he's an absolute little nightmare, and it's got a twist in there, and there's an intruder in the house, and the teenager and the babysitter have got to fight for survival with plenty of twists and turns. Yeah, it's an enjoyable one, that one. Coming in at number 6, and I haven't even opened my Blu-ray edition yet, but I will at some point, and that is P2. This is pretty cool. Stars Wes Bentley. I think he's been in American Horror Story. He was in The Hotel, that one, season 5. But yeah, a young woman's trying to get home for Christmas. She ends up being locked in the parking lot where she works, and she's alone in there with the security guard played by Wes Bentley, and yeah, things take a turn for the worse, and she's got to try and escape this absolute basket cased madman. That's that one. P2, really good. It's mainly set in the parking lot, but it's, you know, it's really good. Set on Christmas Eve, and yeah, good cat and mouse thriller. So we're getting down a little bit. Now a really interesting one, and this is Dial Code Santa Claus, also known as Deadly Games. This is the Nice Vinegar Syndrome release on 4K. Yeah, I think this was one of the first 4Ks Vinegar Syndrome did. Maybe one of the, it's definitely one of the earlier 4K releases from them. The house in this film, as you can see there, that house there, that was my chair creaking. But yeah, the house is amazing. It is like a castle. This kid, he lives with his grandpa and his mum. His mum's some kind of like businesswoman executive. She's working late on Christmas Eve. There's a strange man, that guy posing as good old Saint Nick, turns up, and he's trying to kidnap the kid. And the kid, the grandpa and the dog have got to fight for survival. A good way to put this one is basically it's Home Alone horrified. It's like a horror Home Alone. So imagine Home Alone with all the booby traps. This is got that kind of vibe to it, like kid trying to avoid the burglar or the Santa trying to kidnap him, and yeah, full of traps, booby traps. It's basically Home Alone for horror fans, or a kind of scary like Home Alone style film. But yeah, that's Deadly Games. Absolutely awesome, that one. So we're down to the final 4, and boy have I saved some absolutely brilliant ones for 4, because I love these movies. They're just fantastic. And coming in at number 4, might not be to everybody's liking, but it's a good remake, a solid remake, and they've remade it twice, and they remade it also after this remake, which I'm about to show. They remade it in, I think it was 2019, and it was bloody awful, and I actually did watch it, and it was horrendous. But this is the first remake of A Black Christmas, or Black Xmas, from 2006. This is really good. The original's brilliant, but this is just a different take on it. They've kind of expanded the story and the backstory and the narrative of Billy, you know, the killer. He's got more backstory in this one, and they do have scenes where they show a lot of the backstory. There's a plethora of violence. The violence is a little bit more in your face and amped up compared to the original. It's not got the kind of slow burn sort of atmosphere of the original. Instead, what you get is just a great festive, you know, in your face, balls to the wall Christmas horror movie. It's got new girls in there at the you know, at the sorority house. They're being picked off one by one. There's a weird killer on the loose. It's Billy again, of course, from the Black Christmas series, but it's got a lot of backstory to Billy, and there's a few twists and turns in there along the way. Fantastic remake, definitely one of the best remakes out there, and I think it's one of the best Christmas horror movies. That's Black Christmas. And speak of the original, coming in at number 3, Black Christmas, the 1970, is it 3? 1974, from Canadian director Bob Clark. Also did Death Dream, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, and A Christmas Story, which is a family movie. But this is his sort of Christmas horror masterpiece, full of thrills, full of chills, got a great Christmas setting, cool location at the sorority house and the small town around there. One of the girls has gone missing. Is she alive? Is she with her family? Or has she been murdered? That's what they're trying to figure out when her father turns up, and he's investigating with the police and the other sorority girls. And yeah, more start getting picked off, and there's a killer with a bit of a vendetta who's going after them. Brilliant film, great to throw on Christmas Eve. It's got you got your horror elements, you got your creepiness with the creepy phone calls when the killer's phoning them up at the sorority house and the girls are answering, and he's being really pervy and bizarre. And you've just got great finale, some awesome epic scenes, absolutely fantastic horror movie scenes. That's Black Christmas, the original, coming in at number 3. So down to the final 2 now. Coming at number 2, one that I absolutely love, and I fell in love with it the first time I saw it a few years back, and then when 88 Films announced it on Blu-ray, I had to grab it. And number 2 for me is Christmas Evil. This film is just amazing. It's absolutely bizarre, it's weird, it's kind of like a little you know, it's got kind of like commentary on mental health, it's got commentary on people being alone at Christmas, people feeling isolated. It's very Christmassy, it's very festive. There's a fantastic scene where our Santa Claus goes to a party and he starts like dancing and giving it the old Merry Christmas really loudly. Basically, this guy who's a manager at a toy factory, he's fed up with life, he wants to become Santa Claus, he wants to bring a little bit of joy and peace to the world, and things get a little heated when he accidentally kills somebody when he's out playing Santa Claus dress up on Christmas Eve. He's got the whole town after him. He was disturbed by seeing Santa Claus do something with his mum when he was a child. He's got that with him. He thinks he's Santa Claus. He's having a mental break. He starts to actually believe that he is Father Christmas. And it's just got a weird, bizarre, what the hell ending. And that's Christmas Evil. Love that film. And my number one was an easy one to pick, and I think it's the best Christmas horror movie personally. It's just had a 4K release from Scream Factory, which I would like to acquire, but for now I'll stick with my Blu-ray, which does have a 4K transfer on the Blu-ray, and that is Silent Night, Deadly Night. And look at that beautiful artwork. That's the Blu-ray collector's edition. Even when I get the 4K, I won't be parting with this because I just love the artwork so much. Silent Night, Deadly Night is just a bona fide Christmas slasher classic. Another character called Billy. He sees something horrendous when he's a child. It's disturbed him. Gets a job in a toy shop when he's older. As things progress, he has trigger points. So certain things to do with Christmas or certain phrases will trigger him. When he's triggered, he basically goes into a world of his own and becomes a deadly psychotic killer, donning, of course, the iconic Father Christmas Santa Claus outfit, as you can see there. This film is great. It's full of slashing action. It's got some brutal kills. It's a straight up slasher set at Christmas time, 80s style. It's got a gritty look to it. It's got a grimy, dirty feel to it, grimy, dirty look to it. And it's just everything you could want for a Christmas horror movie. And look at that artwork as well. Stunning. So there's my top 10. Like, that's my top 10. Silent Night, Deadly Night tops it quite easily. Christmas Evil second, an easy pick. And the Black Christmas and the remake for the top 4. After 4 onwards down to like 5 and that, they could be slightly interchangeable, but the top 4 are very solidified. Couple of like mentions I'll just do. Terrifier 3, which come out around Halloween. That was a fantastic Christmas horror film, full of violence, more Art the Clown goodness. That didn't make my top 10 for now, but maybe over the years that one will grow on me when I actually have it on you know, a copy for myself on physical media. But Terrifier 3 is a fantastic one. The Children's a fantastic film set on New Year's Eve about family getting together and the kids basically becoming maniacs due to some reason. That's a brilliant one. The Lodge, atmospheric, great pathos. Just had a look at my collection now. And of course, like I said, Dead End, which I've not watched. I may do another, well, I will do another horror Christmas themed video. That was my top 10 personal favourite Christmas scary horror movies. There's the top 10. What's your favourite Christmas horror? Mine was Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm not keen on the sequels. I don't like part 2, although it does have some funny elements and funny scenes that are quite amusing. It's just 40 minutes of it is basically a recap from the first film, showing footage from the first film. I did try 3 and I did try 4. I didn't like them. I need to watch 5 because I do have that 3-pack of the sequels as well, from 3 onwards, from Vestra on Video. That's my top 10. What's your favourite Christmas horror movie? Let me know in the comments, or perhaps share your list with me if that would be okay. That'd be great, you know, if you don't mind that. I'd love to see what your favourite Christmas horror movies are. Yeah, well, stay festive. We're on the road to Christmas 2024. Get those scary Christmas movies in, and some nice subtle family classics. There'll be more videos from me. I'll be doing my top 10 favourite family Christmas movies. So I've done the scary movies. Now I'm going to, then in a couple of weeks, just before Christmas, I'm going to do my top 10 favourite family Christmas movies, you know, the non-horror stuff. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.